There are kids in the Middle East right now getting fucking blown up by drone strikes. Their limbs are like flying across the fuck. And it's like, oh man, I bought Starbucks again on my Amex. Oh, time to update my GoFundMe. Literally, with the most sincerity in my heart, go to hell. I'll give you guys a TLDR. I assume that a lot of you guys, I know I try to be mindful that every once in a while there's some new noodles in chat. So we'll play catch up. That's okay. All right, let's do this really quick. Let me get all my ducks in a row here. So, okay, so let me get out my MS Paint. We'll start all things with a crudely drawn diagram, as we do around here. Okay, so many moons ago, there was a political commentator named Destiny. So we're gonna do D. Okay, Destiny. From Destiny's orbit came, as the story goes, okay, Vosh and Destiny were very pally-pally, okay? They were very friendly. They talked on stream all the time. They debated friendly debates often, okay? Vosh has a laundry list of controversies. He's pretty socialist, I would say. Well, I don't know. It depends on how nitpicky you want to get. But his community came out of the Destiny sphere. And if you know anything about Destiny, Destiny loves to debate weird topics, okay? Incest, pedophilia, child porn. Pick the weirdest topic you can think of, he'll debate it, okay? Vosh, I want to say it was February of last year, Vosh made a big oopsie, and he accidentally showed his porn folder on stream. And the porn folder was unfortunately full of lolicon and horse porn. I don't really have any other way to say that. So we have the taxes folder incident is what it is called, because I spelled taxes wrong. Sorry, I'm really tired today. So that's the taxes folder incident. That was very sad. Okay. There was also an incident where Vosh said that he put his geckos on his dick. So that was the gecko incident. That's also sad. We don't like that. Pretty much all you need to know is that he was, just kind of a weird sex freak. Okay, a weird sex freak. May or may not have sex with his geckos. I don't know. Okay, but Destiny and Vosh fell out long before the gecko and the taxes folder incident. It was over politics. It was actually over Kyle Rittenhouse, and it was over Philosophy Tube is what they fell out over. But anyway, ever since then, Vosh has entered what we like to call the Fortress arc. So Fortress arc. And what that means is he doesn't fucking talk to anybody. He doesn't debate anybody. He doesn't go on anybody's shows. He doesn't shout anybody out. He doesn't platform anybody. He's in his Fortress arc, as they call it. And so we'll do like a little house here, because he's in his fortress. He doesn't really ever come out of here. Okay, so he spends a lot of time in his Fortress arc. But he's still doing fine. He lost, I don't even really think that he lost a decent amount of viewership. I think that his viewership actually stayed pretty stable after the taxes folder incident. It ended up like really not impacting him that much. And so Vosh still makes a fuck ton of money. Okay, Vosh makes a fuck ton of money. Let me see if I can just, last time I opened Social Blade, my fucking computer almost exploded. So let's see if this will work for me here. So this is Social Blade. Social Blade isn't, oh god, is it doing it? Fuck, what the fuck? Okay, we're good, everything's fine. Jesus Christ. Okay, my computer hates Social Blade. Okay, so you can see that he's making a lot of money. Okay, low estimate, he's making 2K a month. High estimate, he's making 37K a month. Okay, so he's making a lot of money. Okay, a lot of money. All right, enter Innuendo Studios. Well, let's do a different color. Let's do purple. Fuck me. Okay, enter Innuendo Studios. Okay, Innuendo Studios is a little, how do I say, a little leftist, not even little. So this dude has like 500K subs. Okay, 500K subs. This guy made the AltRight Playbook videos, like the cute little animated ones where it was like how to defeat alt-right debate tactics and shit like that. Innuendo Studios recently said that he was taking a hiatus from creating YouTube content because he's over $100,000 in debt. And mind you, 500K sub YouTube channel, this guy at one point was making more than six figures a month. More than six figures a month. And this guy is over $100,000 in debt. This guy was able to crowdfund and raise $155,000 from his community. And then he was like, I don't know what to do with all this money. I don't fucking know. Pay off your debt, maybe. So, you know, we recently watched Xander Hall crash the fuck out over this, right? We watched Xander Hall say, it's totally true. It's totally true. You know, everybody who is a leftist content creator is begging for change and panhandling on the side of the road, and what have you. And obviously, of course, Vosh had something to say about this as well. And mind you, again, Vosh on a high estimate makes 30K a month. Okay, 30K a month. That's what, I don't even know how to math that. What is that? 30 times 12. $360,000 a year. And mind you, this is Social Blade. Social Blade isn't 100% reliable, but we're making, you know, anywhere between $100,000 to $500,000 a year doing YouTube. So let's hear these coveted takes about, you know, how the left is in shambles and everybody is, you know, it's so sad. It's just so tragic, you guys. They're literally groveling in the street. They're panhandling on the side of the fucking road. Because people just aren't giving them enough money. So let's hear. I'm sure this is going to be good takes.
Yeah, somebody mentioned this earlier, and I was going to mention this anyway because it's, you know, it's worth knowing, I guess. But yeah, Innuendo Studios put out a video about how he's basically like pausing and or quitting the channel because he's in the red. That wants to be petty because I think he was mean to me on Twitter 3 years ago. I don't even remember about what. But like his videos are genuinely excellent. It's really a shame. You know, when stuff like this happens, and stuff like this happens pretty often, by the way, I always think about how much money there is floating around in
it's in your pocket. It's in your pocket. I think about all the money that is just not given to creators who deserve it. You're literally a dragon sitting on a pile of gold and you're like, I don't know, there's just not enough money going around. Be the change that you want to see in the world, you know what I mean?
Oh, he would hate me making a segment out of this, but what are you going to do? Listen, okay? Ducks quack, I do this. There's so much money floating around in right-wing YouTube, you know? Like such an insane amount of money. And I'm not talking just like through donations or ad revenue. I mean, like, look at Tim Pool was getting paid 6 figures a month to make Russian propaganda videos that were essentially identical to videos he was.
Isn't it convenient that they stopped like all this USAID funding and shit like that, and then suddenly every leftist YouTuber is bankrupt? Yeah, isn't that kind of weird, guys? Isn't that kind of weird? It's like, oh my god, there's so much money floating around here, there, this, that, and the other thing. Like, shut up. You have made more money in the past 2 years than most people will ever make in their lifetime, comprehensively. It's so, and the thing that's crazy too, and I'm just saying, all these people are like, oh, it's not that big of a deal that Hassan has like a mansion or a Porsche or anything like this. Hassan doesn't bitch endlessly about how there's like no money to go around. Like, why are we complaining about money and this, that, and the other thing when you are literally sitting on a pile of gold? You are quite literally sitting on a pile of gold. Like, fuck you.
Making the amount of money floating around out there. And if you think about it, it makes sense. If you go by the calculations, how much money does it take to produce and run an advertisement on TV? Or run a TV show? Or run a news organization, right? Incredibly expensive.
Surprisingly less than you would think. I watched this really interesting video the other day about how TV shows are actually not very lucrative anymore because they end up getting bought by streaming services, and so they don't get the royalties the way that they used to. You know, if you were a TV person or whatever the fuck, you continue to get money as long as that show is running on TV. But now that streaming services buy it up, it's a one-time payment. They buy the rights to the show, and that's it. Everything else, you know, all that money goes away. It's actually not as expensive as you think. I watched an interesting video about that. I thought that was surprising because, you know, like think of Orange is the New Black. Those bitches didn't make any money the first couple of seasons of that show because it was owned by a streaming service, so they're not getting kickbacks. Incredible.
Compared to the reach of a single
S'ha donatet $5 through Super Chat. So many of these YouTube old heads want to be like old mediant, don't understand it.
Everybody, it's the entitlement. that just really upsets me. That's kind of the whole thing, is like, I just have this deep burning in my heart for people that act entitled to other people's money. I really don't like that, because realistically, you guys that donate to me, or you guys that watch my content or whatever, you do it because you like my shit. And that's it. I'm not like, I don't feel like I am entitled to your guys' time, to your views, to your money, or anything like that. I know that if I'm doing a segment that's boring or whatever, you guys are going to fuck off. Or if, you know, I'm doing a stream and it's total fucking dog shit, you guys aren't going to, like, I understand that the position that I am in is that I'm making content for fun. And if you guys like it, that's awesome. If I wanted to make this a full-time job, I would grind. And realistically, I don't think that it's the dream, obviously. I don't think I would ever do this full-time unless I started making like a mega fuck ton of money. But the point being is that you are not entitled money because you built a platform. You are not entitled money because you have, you know, X amount of subs on YouTube. You're not entitled money because you have X amount of followers on this platform or whatever. You have to put out compelling content for people to want to continue to consume. Like, at some point, your brand or your name, it doesn't carry you anymore. You have to continue to make content that people want to engage with. And that's something that I find exceptionally frustrating about Xanderhall, is because he is coasting on his quote-unquote reputation, and it's like, that isn't enough. You have to be able to put out content that people want to watch. And if you're not going to see, you know, the progress of that. And it's just like any other job. You've been working, you know, at McDonald's for 10 years. That doesn't mean that you just stop working at McDonald's and they're just going to give you checks. You have to continue to work. You have to continue to put something into it to make sure that you're, you know, getting a return for what you put into it. If you're seeing a diminishing return on, you know, how much money you normally make when you're making content, that means you need to switch it up. That's all that means. Like, if I started putting out videos of me reading a book to you guys would probably all fuck off. That would reflect in my views, and that would reflect in my avenue or my revenue, and that would reflect in my subscribers. And I would say, people don't really like this. I know that I like it, but if I want to continue to make money, I do need to produce something that people are interested in. It's like, you are not entitled to views, subs, money, anything like that, just because you've been successful in the past. You have to continue to evolve and grow and give people what they want to watch. Like, people are watching you for entertainment. If you're watching a TV show and the first season is super fucking good, the second season fucking sucks, you have to switch up the content. You're not entitled to returning viewers just because, you know, it's the brand of, you know, Grey's Anatomy or whatever the fuck. Like, you have to continue to make productive content. It's true. I do know the Lorax. I've memorized the Lorax completely by memory. I did read Irreversible Damage on stream. That was fun. I just don't really like doing prepared content. It's very boring to me. I used to make a lot of prepared content. That was my preferred method of making content, but not anymore. Now I just like having girl time, you guys. I just like having girl time. Maybe one of these days I'll do prepared content for you guys, but probably not anytime soon. Who has the time? Oh,
Successful internet content creator. The amount you have to invest for the outcome you get, the difference is enormous. This is one of the things the Democrats mess up on all the time. The Democrats will spend hundreds of millions of dollars running TV ads. You know who sees them? No one. Oh, sure, some people see them. They're not cost effective. They don't sway people that much.
Yeah, nobody fucking watches TV anymore. Everybody has Netflix. Name one person in your life that still has cable that's under the age of 30. Yeah, I haven't had cable. I don't think I personally have ever had cable. Like, if my parents had cable, but from 18, you know, after I moved out of my parents' house, I've never had cable. No one watches TV commercials. It's just not a thing.
You know what's really effective cost-wise? I mean it, really. It's also a more authentic way of moving people over in their, like, from their perception, right? Because when a TV ad pops up.
Oh my God. Guys, give me your money because I'm the only one that can save you from Donald Trump. This narcissism knows no bounds. Like, I hate to break it to you. Like, the people that are supposedly these quote unquote representatives of the left online, they're all radioactive. Bosch had a folder full of horse porn and lolicons and shit like that. Destiny is currently being sued for sending, you know, sex tapes of people non-consensually. Not So Erudite got kicked in the head by a horse and can't string, you know, a coherent sentence together for more than 2 minutes at a time without crashing the fuck out. Like, the people, Xanderhall literally cannot function without being under the influence of marijuana. Like, the people that are like, we need to get into this alternative media, they are not tenable. They are not people that anybody wants to see in alternative media because they are radioactive. They are not people that are, you know, consumable to the mainstream Democratic Party. Say what you want about Hassan. Plenty of people have their issues with Hassan, blah, 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 like, doesn't matter. I don't care. Hassan is someone that the Democratic Party could use and has been using as of late. When he went to the election or whatever the fuck, there were senators and, congressmen and shit like that wanted to talk to him on stream. But he left because there wasn't like a stable internet connection or whatever the fuck. Like, whether you like it or not, the people that are digestible to a mainstream audience are not Vosh, not Xanderhall, and not Destiny because they come with baggage. And that is the first thing that conservatives will attack. That's just fundamentally true. Hi, I'm here to talk to you about public policy on the debate stage, Mr. Conservative. Is it true that you jerk off to drawings of kids? You sick fuck. Is it true that you fucked your gecko? That's disgusting. Oh, hi, Mr. Conservative. I'm here to debate you on economic policy of the Trump administration. Is it true that you sent videos of your ex-wife getting fucked by you to a bunch of different people without asking her? Is that true? It's radioactive. It's radioactive. You have to have people, and for the most part, I will say for the most part, Hassan's quote-unquote radioactivity are his political takes, which is par for the course, okay? America deserved 9/11. What's the other thing that he said, like glass Israel or something like that? Those are extreme political opinions. That's par for the course.
Roser donatet $4 amb 99 centaus truc superchat. Hassan is hot entedible text.
And true, he is hot. Very true. He is hot. I don't know what to say. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion on it. Whether you like it or not, these are the people that are digestible to the Democratic Party because they do not have personal baggage. Okay? Insane political takes, in my opinion, are par for the course. Okay? Look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay? She says insane shit. Look at Nancy Mace. Insane shit. 24/7, 365. But it's in the context of politics, right? If Nancy Mace... if there was a sex tape that surfaced of Nancy Mace getting a fucking train ran on her at college, she would move somewhere else because personal baggage deludes what you're trying to do politically. And all the people that are trying to get their foot in the door with all this like fucking alternative leftist media or whatever the fuck are radioactive. They are radioactive socially. Okay? They are socially radioactive. So... but anyway, we are going to continue on. Everybody behave in chat. Please don't make Don't Smoke in Bed crash out because we have to talk about Silo later, and I need all of Don't Smoke in Bed's brain cells to discuss Silo. Thank you.
Up advertising a candidate, right? You know it's an advertisement. You see that and you're like, okay, there's the ad, right? But what if rather than spending hundreds of millions on ads, instead you spend a few million deep planting conservative operatives and propping them up within social media so that people grow up watching them? You've got 12-year-olds, watching Sargon of Akkad videos or whatever. And it doesn't feel like an advertisement to them, even though in terms of like a direct expenditure, it's like cheaper than an advertisement. It's effectively serving the same purpose, You get me?
No.
There's so much money that moves around in the right-wing sphere, and it's not from the donations, and it's not from the AdSense. It's from direct investment. The thing that like me up here too.
And we have to look at this. This has been tried. It's not working. This was the whole point of progressive victory, was let's throw some money at streamers. Let's try and get them to coalition build, get them to, influence people to go out and vote based on the, the communities that they engage in online. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Progressive victory was, for all intents and purposes, a complete and utter fucking failure. Like, I understand that you guys want your money. I completely understand. You're like, I need my fucking progressive money or progressive victory money back. I totally get that. But we tried it. It didn't work. We need better representatives. We don't need fucking sex pest, disgusting, degenerate fucking gooners to represent the quote-unquote online left. Obviously, that's not working. Progressive Victory was a PAC that was funded by an anonymous donation of $500,000. To this day, nobody knows who gave that money. They took that money and they invested it in political content online. So Wick TV got money, Counterpoints got money, Vosh got money, Lonerbox got money, Xanderhall got money, Riverboat Jack got money, and I think there were a few other people that were on that list. But they were getting monthly payments between $1,000 to $4,000 to go to these meetings and, talk about ways to curate content that will attract, the demographic of voters that they're looking to appeal to. Towards the end of the election cycle, they pivoted and they started dumping all their money into Denims, into Hassan, into these people that have platforms that people actually want to fucking watch, okay? Realistically, I'm very sorry to say it, nobody wants to watch a WIC TV panel. Nobody wants to watch it. Nobody wants to watch Counterpoints turn into a fucking tomato on stream talking about how many kids it's safe to rape in order to save or cure cancer. That was one of the hypotheticals that they talked about. Nobody wants to watch Xander Hall smoke weed on stream for the 800th fucking time. Like, this was tried. Pumping money into this is a fruitless endeavor. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't fucking work.
It was like the largest Innuendo Studios videos, which are from 5 or 6 years ago, the AltRight Playbook, right? Very popular, very influential. They've got a few million views. I guarantee you, okay, that these videos have moved more people further to the left than the comparable cost equivalent 1,000 times as much in TV advertisements. Like however you want to do the math, run the numbers, right? Whatever amount of effort and money it took to produce this, you multiply that by 1,000, put into TV ads, you'll do less than Innuendo Studios did. You get me? Is part of the problem that lefty YouTubers would vomit at the sight of DNC money? Sure.
This doesn't take into consideration, though, the type of algorithmic engagement that people have. The point of, like, an advertisement on TV is that you're seeing it regardless of, identity, political affiliation, age, whatever the fuck. If you were watching, Channel 4 or whatever the fuck, you're going to get the same ads as, the conservative racist next door that's watching Channel 4. The problem is, with the algorithmic engagement of YouTube, is you can pay billions of dollars to people like Innuendo Studios and Vosh and whoever the fuck else to pump out all kinds of lefty content all day, every day. It can be studio quality. You could spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on this shit. You can put as much money into it as you could possibly ever fucking imagine. If it does not reach that demographic, there's nothing to be said about it. Like, I don't know about you guys. I watch one video on TikTok for 2 seconds too long and my entire algorithm has changed. I watch one dash cam video on TikTok for the next hour. Every single video I see, every other one is a dash cam video. The way that the algorithm moves, the people that need to see this content or that would be moved by this content or whatever the fuck, the 12-year-old that grew up watching Andrew Tate and is now moved on to Sargon of Akkad and the whatever podcast or whatever the fuck is never going to come across these videos, and that is the problem. That's why TV advertisements are a completely different ballgame, because there is not the incentive of the algorithm to put people in a bubble with TV advertisements. If you're watching Channel 4, you're going to get the fucking ad. Doesn't matter. If somebody is only watching Tim Pool, they're not going to get these videos. It doesn't matter how much fucking money you put into it. They're not going to get them on their feed. I don't know what to say.
That's the thing, okay? The right doesn't just have, like, the RNC DM people or email people or whatever be like, hey, do you want to be part of the Trump 2024 campaign? They operate in much more subtle ways than that. There's this giant network of wealth where they have, like, shell companies and affiliate links. They have companies that are more willing to pay out and offer sponsorship deals. Like, then they funnel a lot of money through that. They've got this, like, really complicated network of distributing money. And for the most part, this system of distributing money is, in my opinion, dishonest, right? It's fake grassroots. It's astroturfing, You have a lot of corporate money, and you use it to create a facsimile of something authentic. But there are authentic ways to do this, okay? It is not that difficult, and in my opinion, not inauthentic, to find ways to financially reward people like Innuendo Studios from a higher level.
He was financially rewarded. He ruined his financial reward. Innuendo Studios was making 6 figures a year, and he mismanaged his money when he fucking cried on stream about being $100,000 in debt. Overnight, he raised $150,000. He was rewarded financially. He mishandled that money. That's no one else's fault but his own. He was rewarded, and he fucking ruined it. So you want to give him more money? So we can rack up another $100,000 ordering fucking DoorDash? Are you for real? This is so oh my god.
Level than just Patreon subscriptions. I'm not talking about just giving them money. I mean, like, why the hell aren't there left adjacent or left affiliate companies that offer sponsorships? Think about that for a second. There are literally dozens of right-wing companies that don't turn a profit, that exist exclusively as a, like, virtue signal sponsorship, like, whale to dozens of YouTubers and streamers. Think Black Rifle Coffee stuff, right? Now, the point of these companies isn't to turn a profit. The point of these companies is to build inroads, to build a network between different creators, to financially reward people for speaking favorably about them. It's, again, like I say, they're smarter than just, like, the DNC messaging you and giving you money. Funnily enough, you know who's stupid enough to play that strategy? The DNC. There are actually some, like, TikTokers, just a few, who have basically been directly reached out to by Democrat aligned super PACs or whatever.
That Vosh was part of Progressive Victory. I know he's not. This is so fucking. I hate bitches like this, dude.
Brutish and unsophisticated ways, and then it makes them look like shills. I don't know about you guys. I don't want to die in a death camp. Okay, this is a major issue.
Oh my god, you're not going to a fucking death camp, dude. Maybe you'll go to fat camp, but you're not going to death camp, dude. Oh my god. I'm fine.
Is it that somebody with the talent, like Innuendo Studios, why is somebody like that scraping together pennies?
I have to go back and listen to this because it's going to make me mad.
Why is it that somebody with the talent, like Innuendo Studios, why is somebody like that scraping together pennies?
Why is somebody like that scraping together pennies? Because he has poor financial literacy. Because he made bad choices. Because he doesn't know how to manage his money. He was rewarded. And he fucking took his golden ticket and he put it in a paper shredder, put it in a bucket of water, formed a little paper patty out of it, spread it out, let it dry, and then wiped his fucking ass with it. That's what he did with it. He was rewarded. He got his bag. He would have continued to get his bag. He made poor financial choices. He laid himself in financial ruin. And when he ruined his own financial stability, he was able to, overnight, raise $150,000.
S'ha donatet $5 truc superchat. One privileged white man being fat another privileged white man needs more pity money.
It's actually fucking embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing. I don't know what else to say. Like, I kind of ran myself into the dirt talking about it the other day when Xander Hall covered it, but it's like, do you know how much $200,000 a year is? Do you know how much money that is? That's a lot of fucking money. That is a lot of fucking money. And there's not a reason in the world that you shouldn't be able to absorb the cost of paying taxes on your non-deducted income. There's no reason at all. And there's no reason for you to take out $10,000 of personal debt by taking loans from family members and friends. There's no reason for you to rack up, $30,000 in credit card debt, making that much money a year. You have the money. Why are you putting on a credit card to accrue interest? Like, your poor financial choices, and may he who is without sin cast the first stone. I myself have made plenty of poor decisions financially. Everybody has, okay? But I don't make $200,000 a year. And I don't have a fucking gaggle of whores to throw money at me if I fuck up my financials. If I am in debt, who do I turn to? Me. I don't put up a GoFundMe and raise $150,000 overnight. There are kids in the Middle East right now getting fucking blown up by drone strikes. Their limbs are like flying across the fucking... And it's like, oh man, I bought Starbucks again on my Amex. Oh fuck, time to update my GoFundMe. Literally, with the most sincerity in my heart, go to hell. Go to hell. I'm begging for money, you guys. We have to save democracy by donating to Innuendo Studios GoFundMe. I need you to super chat to my YouTube channel to save democracy. People are dying, Kim. Entire cities are being leveled. Hundreds of thousands of people are being blown up. Little piles of pink mist. There are hundreds of thousands of people that are going without life-saving medication because of funding cuts. Oh, I bought fucking Taco Bell on DoorDash. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you! Go downtown to your nearest city. There are dozens of people that are living in a fucking tent! Oh, I can't afford my mansion anymore. Democracy. Literally, fucking blow me. I fucking hate these people, dude. Blow me!
He's done more to pull people over than any of these.
Card posting did make $1,000 on his GoFundMe.
DNC consultants with six-figure salaries. I guarantee you, many times over. Didn't you say you got an email from them during the Harris campaign? I don't feel the need to accept deals like that because I'm doing all right. Also,
no, literally, I'm not gonna work with the Democrats because I'm doing fine. Fuck you, dude.
I think that there's a greater expectation from people on my end as well because I'm pretty oppositional to the Democrats. I wouldn't expect them to offer me money really to begin with. I will say though, you know what? And I'll say this by the way, like out front, if there was a company that produced a product that was good in quality and that the purpose of that company was they did sponsorships with left YouTubers or streamers for very large amounts. And basically the whole point was how do you financially reward people who are on our side through an acceptable mechanism of outreach and engagement, you know? Yeah, I might take it. If the product was good. I wouldn't lie to you guys. The product would have to be good.
Ironic because he said in his, what conversation was that? You guys will love this. Oh, God, I love having autism, you guys, because I can remember this perfectly. Bosch versus Destiny philosophy 2.
And I think that it would be unethical for me to maximize my existence in a capitalist society. I've turned down a lot of money for stuff that would maximize my existence in a capitalist because I think it's unethical to do so. I don't agree that like...
How?
Because it doesn't further what I believe in, and it doesn't further
what you turned down.
I've turned down a ton of fucking gambling sponsorships. There was so much money flying around in the CS:GO skin days. There was so much of that shit that I fucking turned down.
So you've turned good, and you've turned down, and I, for my part, have turned down every sponsorship because
why?
It's not a part of my aesthetic. I don't want to.
Okay, wait. Then
I turn down sponsorships because it's not a part of my aesthetic. It's not a principled stance. And this is the same veneer that Xander Hall puts on. It's not about principles. It's not about, virtue. It's not about ethics. It's not about what you think is good and what you think is bad and living your values and living your principles. It's none of that. It's an aesthetic. It's a skin that you put on. It's a perception. It's the way that you want to be perceived by others. It's not that you actually care about it. It's that you care about how others perceive you. It's like if you really care about something, you'll stay consistent in that. If you don't care about it, you'll kind of change mass depending on who you're talking to. I don't know what to say. It's disgusting to me. It's disgusting to me. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. And maybe in another life, let's just pretend tomorrow I'm making $300,000 a year. Maybe I would be a dragon lady with it. I don't know. I'd like to think that I would not. I would like to think that if I was making that kind of money, I would not just sit on it and then bitch endlessly about fucking, oh, nobody's giving me enough money as I have, 7 supercars or whatever the fuck. I would like to think I wouldn't behave that way. Obviously, all things are possible through Christ who compels us, but it's I couldn't imagine making that much money and then pretending to give a fuck about other people. I couldn't imagine it at all. I couldn't imagine coming out on a platform that, I'm in control of, mind you, and say, I care a lot about other people's material well-being. I care a lot about, people having food, having housing, having stable income, blah, blah, whatever the fuck, and then have millions of dollars and not do anything with it. I would never dream of doing that because I think that's insane. I have no respect for people who are I have no respect for people who are I care a lot about the poor. But you never do anything to help them. You obviously don't care. Especially if you have the means to do so. Obviously, if you're homeless, you can't really help another homeless. You guys are homeless together, right? But if you have the means to help somebody and you choose not to, I think that's a bad person. I think that bad people are people that have the means to help others but choose not to. I think that's a bad person. So I would consider people like Vosh to be a bad person. Because I think if you're sitting there, on your fucking throne of gold, and you're bitching endlessly about, this, that, and the other thing, every leftist talking point of the fucking day, why don't you do something? Why don't you do something with all that money then? And the only time, to my understanding, and somebody could correct me if I'm wrong, to my understanding, the only time that Bosch has ever done anything like that is when he did that 24-hour charity stream, and it was just the money from that stream that he donated. And in that stream, he said specifically, I hope that other content creators will take me seriously now that I've raised all this money. It wasn't about virtue. It wasn't about ethics. It wasn't about helping other people. It wasn't about doing something for a good cause. It was about clout. Because the money that he made in that stream, he could have doubled and given. If you do a fundraiser, let's just say, Millionaire Malcolm is doing a fundraiser stream for the lost children of the world, okay? All the children that died on that Malaysian flight that went missing or whatever the fuck. I'm doing a charity stream, okay? I raised $100,000. Why would I not match that? If I have the money, you guys collectively, decided that is an important cause to you. You donate the money, I'll match it. If I have the money, why would I not? I think that you are a bad fucking person if you can help other people and you choose not to. I have no respect for people like this. I think it's disgusting.
You get me? Like gaming sponsorships? Yeah, or anything, really. I'm not really talking about my preferences here necessarily. I just think it's disgraceful that, somebody as talented as Innuendo Studios could be having issues like this. Now, in fairness, I don't think that the man's run his channel much as a business, but I don't think everyone should have to. I mean, I don't know.
It's not about running it like a business. It's about not taking the money that's given to you and literally putting it in the fucking paper shredder and racking up hundreds of thousands of dollars in credit card debt because you don't know how interest works.
It seems like such a waste when the right-wing grift sphere is basically all affirmative action for retards. I mean, you can be the most incompetent fail-son in the world and still prop yourself up through that. And you can be so sharp and so intelligent on the left-wing side, but you also need to be lucky and a shrewd businessman, and you need to be
no, you just need to not accidentally show your fucking drawn CP and horse porn on main. I mean, I think the bar is pretty low, and I've said this for a long time. I've said that for a very long time. The bar is in hell, truthfully. The bar is in hell. It's don't rape, don't molest, don't look at drawn CP, don't be into bestiality. The bar is literally in fucking hell. And for whatever reason, nobody can fucking pass it. It's quite incredible.
exploiting every mechanism of monetization. And it's like, just why is it so stacked against us? And when I say us, I mean us in like the lefty space. Obviously, I've done well. I've gotten very lucky. But I am absolutely the outlier, right? I just like to be clear. There are lots of really talented people out there. The most untalented sons of bitches can get massive careers off of right-wing grifting. And
Ironic, because here are you, a talentless hack, whose first controversy, by the way, for all my old heads in chat, Vosh's first controversy was like gaslighting and manipulating a mentally ill girl on Discord to send him nudes. That was Vosh's first controversy. Cool, you can talk really fast. This is from the guy who debated a professor of linguistics and like gender on like trans stuff. And he was like, aqua. They don't call it water in Mexico, they call it aqua. Ah, real intellectually talented powerhouse. Sociology major Vosh, who grew up in fucking Beverly Hills. And that's another thing. That's another. Silver spoon ass bitches, okay? You've never worked for anything in your fucking life. You grew up rich. You will die rich. Again, I have the same criticism for Hassan, though Hassan doesn't bitch as much about the money thing. So that is something that, you know, I have a more warmer feeling towards. People that are born into wealth and they're like, I had to grind to the top. No, you fucking didn't. No, the only thing that you did was grind up the weed that you bought with mommy and daddy's money. That's it. That's it. Oh, I don't know if he's right. Well, okay. He did do the Southern plantation owner accent when he was debating Brianna Joy Gray, who is black. That was hilarious. And then he also uses the tactical N-word, so... And Hassan is hot, so we're not factoring that in as well. That is also in there.
And you need so much on the left. Damn, 2.4 million views. Should he have to run his channel as a business to see a profit? I mean, it's being a YouTuber's difficult. It is difficult. It's difficult to make ends meet, especially if you're not getting that, I don't know, Black Rifle Coffee money. I don't know. Sam Cedar is
Even if you're not sponsored, dude, 6 figures a year is a lot of money. 6 figures a year is a lot of money.
like, I know Sam Cedar is sponsors, and God bless him. There's not a damn thing wrong with that, you know? You don't want to engage in like moral purity testing to the point where it's like, well, actually, you shouldn't be able to make a living as an advocate for leftist politics.
I can watch like 2 more seconds of this because I'm going to crash out. I'm going to crash the fuck out. He made the money. He made it. He did. He made the money. He made 6 figures a year for many years at a time, and he fucking wasted it. That's no one else's fault. That's no one else's fault. Oh, he shouldn't have to run his YouTube channel like a business. Nobody said he did. Stop buying DoorDash Starbucks every day on a credit card. Stop taking out personal loans you can afford. Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine.
What the fuck are you talking about? What? Who sent you? I don't know. The semiotics of cuck. This is the theory that I listen to before I accuse you guys of being mean to me. I mean it. A lot of the stuff that I've talked about on this channel for years are essentially like iterations on information that I first encountered watching some of his AltRight Playbook videos. It's a good channel. Yeah, go support him through GoFundMe.
Well, then bankroll him. You have the money, bankroll him. He's such a good, talented, show-stopping, incredible, brilliant creator, and it's just a shame that he's been ran into the dirt by people not donating enough money. Okay, then bankroll him. Match the GoFundMe. Mr. I live my principles. Okay, you want to see more leftist content, put the money in it. You have the money. Make Vosh Studios. Do it. The Vosh Club. I don't even know. I'm running out of names. The Vosh Horse Porn Comprehensive Studio Inc. There you go. Boom. Give him money then. You have the money. You have the fucking money. Do it. Oh, we need to bankroll leftist creators. They're not getting enough money. Oh, I don't see you donating. I don't see you giving anybody money. Oh, we need to put more money into the... Do it. You have the money to do it. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Or through his Patreon if you can. Ruben, hey. Nah, he wants to play. He wants to play. He was walking towards me. I make eye contact. He stares, then he flops. Yeah. Yeah, he wants to get jiggled. I don't think the views even account for how influential his videos are, because
he'd be fucking the cat.
Every modern leftist creator has watched them and applied them to their own belief system. That's true. I think, is this crazy?
My lord, your blood pressure.
Me to say? I think in terms of influence, not in terms of popularity or viewership, he might rival or exceed Contra. Genuinely. I mean that. That's not a dig on Contra.
Oh, I'm done watching this. Oh! I'm done. Woo! Woo! That was so much fun, wasn't it? Is everybody having fun? Is everybody having fun? I'm good. I'm good. Also, do you remember when he was fighting with ContraPoints and he said that he was gonna bring up her past with drug addiction and then he decided not to? Do you guys remember that? That gets 5 big wahs. I feel like I'm gonna die.